What's up, everybody? I'm Deep. Welcome back to another week of the NPA. Now, you may be wondering, where has the NPA been for the last 2 weeks? Well, the first week I had Breath of the Wild, so Joe rearranged our battle for much later in the season, so I'm still 1-1, even though this is week 4. I do not have my third week. Radar, on the other hand, my opponent, UnderTheRadarYT, which you can find his link in the description down below, is undefeated. He's 3-0. Very, very scary. So we're hoping to pick up our second win and go positive. We'll be 2-1 if we win this. And then hopefully we'll battle Joe later on in the season when I've got a bit more time. So we've got Volta, Water the Lantern. He's Volt Absorb, Volt Switch, Heal Bell, Scald, and Thunderwave. Very basic Lantern set. We're going to be running Ivan Ooze with Knockoff, Poison Jab, Brick Break, and Pursuit. Brick Break is there for my opponent's Lucario, which otherwise would wall me. I am a very physically bulky, with max speed F as well, but lots of physical defense too. Gluttony, Figgy Berry set. I'm almost immortal. I'm running a counter Alakazam, so I'm in a focus. Can't run Magic out with counter, apparently. But I'm running counter Focus Sash Alakazam with Psychic, Signal Beam, and Charge Beam. Signal Beam's there for his Alolan Persian. I did not want to risk Focus Blast misses, and Charge Beam is there for his Skarmory. I have a Kartana with Smart Strike, Steelium Z. The reason I'm running this, even though it only hits Whimsicott, I don't want to get Encored by a Whimsicott, and luckily for me, Z moves ignore Encore. So, yeah, that's cool. We are running Garchomp Kia with Naive Choice Scarf with Fire Blast for Skarmory. It's pretty good. And finally, we have a Xatu, Boing, and yeah, Magic Bounce Leftovers, U-Turn, Calm Mind, Stored Power, and Roost. So that should be good. 1 second. Just gonna wish my opponent luck. And then we'll get this started. Alright, here we go. Checking the battle team. This is always terrifying. There we go. It got through. And let the battle begin. What did he bring? He brought Mega Charizard X. He brought Jellicent, Alolan Persian, Skarmory, Lucario, and Musharna. Musharna's the only thing there that I didn't expect. Skarmory is scary, but luckily I've got Boing to stop him getting up his hazards. I kind of like leading with Lantern. It's a good scout lead. If he leads Skarm, I can hard switch into Boing. If he leads anything else, I can basically Volt Switch. If Charizard is the lead and he Dragon Dances, what do? I can actually Volt Switch into Snacker and just hit Earthquake. So yeah, I'm quite happy with a Volt or Water lead. He did not bring Heliolisk, so my Volt Absorb, a little bit of a mistake there. Should have run Water Absorb. It was a 50-50. It really was. And yeah, let's get it. Let's get this. Right, I've got my calcs up here. We're not going to screw that up. I should have screenshotted his team, which I did not do, so that's already a screw up. Luckily, I can press Y to have a look at his team and screenshot it afterwards. But Charizard lead is the only lead I don't expect, really. I think he's going to want to keep that back. Skarmory lead is quite likely, although he may be fearing Alolan Persian. Alright, so he's leading Alolan Persian. Alolan Persian is going to be a fake-out user, so it's a nice mon. I don't know what he may do here. He may fake out just to get some damage. I'll get most of that back with leftovers. And I can either Thunder Wave it to slow down Persian, or I can just flat out Volt Switch. What is Alolan Persian's speed? That is something I probably should have checked before. It is base 115. So the only thing on my team that is outspeeding it is Alakazam. So that is, that's actually really interesting. That's really, really interesting to me. But Scarf Jump outspeeds and kills it. So I'm going to go ahead and click Volt Switch. He's going to Parting Shot, lower my stats. That's absolutely fine. I now get a Volt Switch into whatever he brings in. And I really need to check his team and screenshot it and put it in a thing so that I've got it up on my screen constantly. Because I'm so used to playing on Showdown and I don't see his team. And that's a problem. So he's going to go into Fetus Musharna. Musharna is not really a problem. We are going to Volt Switch. And he's gone into Musharna. Parting Shot into Musharna, that's a good pivot. That's a good pivot. How much does each of my mons do to Musharna? I want to see how much an Ivan Ooze does to Musharna. So we're going to go Muck Alolan. Custom set. Is this my set? No, I have not imported my set. That is a mistake. Let me do that quickly. Sorry, guys. Really disorganized. I'm a bad person. Import. And then we go Muck Alola. Custom set versus Mushana. Assuming he's the Calm Mindset, level 50. And my Pursuit is going to do... My knockoff does 57 to 67%. So I am going to go Ivan Ooze here. And I'm going to predict him to want to switch out. I don't think anybody leaves Mushana in on a muck. Even if he's predicting Pursuit, like, what's he going to do? Calm Mind on me? Not too worried about anything this thing can do. So I am going to go ahead and click Pursuit, get damage off of Mushana, weaken this thing. Because if I Pursuit it, it's then in knockoff range. And that's quite cool. If I Pursuit it and he switches. If he doesn't switch, obviously I can then go again for Pursuit. Or I can go for the knock. But this is actually not bad. And once again, really need to screenshot his team. If I don't do that this turn, everybody should dislike this video if I forget to do it after this turn. There's the switch, and we are going to get him with a nice strong Pursuit here. So this will do a nice 50%-ish, just under 40%. Very, very bulky Mushana then. It is max defense. And Burb is coming out, Skarmory. So, kind of predicting him here. I'm going to quickly look at his team and get a quick screenshot. Here, boom. Screenshot here, make it big. Oh god, what have I done? Screenshot here, make it big. Okay. Skarmory, I'm kind of expecting him to want hazards up, but even if he does go for like a Brave Bird, it does 0. It literally does 0 to Boing. And then I can either U-turn out, because he's not really going to hazard with that in front of him, or I can go for Calm Mind Roosts and try and beat him with stored power. Although I'm not sure I want to do that while Persian's around. It is, of course, an option. We did think about running Fire Blast on Muck, interestingly. We did actually think about running Fire Blast on Muck. Decided against it. It wasn't the best choice, but we did consider it quite strongly. And I am looking forward to Skarmory being his Garchomp switch in. If I get Garchomp in against Zard, I'm happy. If I get Garchomp in against Persian, I'm quite happy. Jellicent isn't great. He is going to double into Dragon. Okay, so he's going into Zard. That's absolutely fine. Okay, so Alakazam outspeeds Zard. And it is Focus Sash counter. He is probably going to D-Dance here. So, I don't see why I would hard switch. I think U-turning is my best play. Because if he Megas and D-Dances, that's super cool. That's super cool. If he Megas and D-Dances here, that's a really, really good turn for me. Because I don't care how bulky he is, Garchomp kills him with Earthquake. So, Charizard X. I'm just going to double check this. Bulky Will-O-Wisp Charizard X. Earthquake will do 75 to 88.5. He's substituting. Oh, dear. So he is going to be a bulky EQ set with a substitute up now. He's going to be a bulky Willow set. That's a huge problem. Right. Snacker can take a hit, I think. Even if he's Charizard X, Mega X, and offensive. Dragon Dance. No, it can't take a Dragon Claw. Fuck. Alakazam. Alakazam currently outspeeds. I can get a Psychic off, break the sub. If he Dragon Dances, he Dragon Dances. If he doesn't, then I'm fine. Yeah, I'm going to Psychic and break the sub. That is a really cool set. I do like it. I do like it, but Psychic breaks the sub and puts him in range of a Garchomp Earthquake. So I'm actually fine with Psychicking here. Even if he Dragon Dances, I then click Counter. But then if he subs again, no, I think I have to keep clicking Psychic here and lose Alakazam. If he Dragon Dances, I can't risk him getting another sub up. So we are going to go Alakazam. We are going to click Psychic here. I'm so glad I didn't Calm Mind in front of Skarm. He baited me into that. That was a really, really good play. He baited me really hard there. So we are going to be able to break the sub with a Psychic. That's important. And there's a Dragon Claw. So we are going to be Focus Sash. And does a Psychic kill here? Let's go to Alakazam. Focus Sash. No, that's not mine. Alakazam. Custom set. Level 50. Level 50 Zard. Psychic does up to 70%. I'm quite happy here to Psychic. This was my Charizard check. I'm quite happy here to Psychic. He won't be able to set up a sub after a Psychic. And that's, well, unless I roll super low. It does 60 to 70%. So if I rolled super low, that'd be 25. No, he still wouldn't be able to. Even if I roll min, he will not be able to set up a sub because he's paid 25. So I'm happy to Psychic here. If he goes Persian, he goes Persian. Like, there's nothing I can do about him going Persian. He is going to go Persian. Okay. That's fine. There's Cat. Okay. That is fine. That is fine. We have answers to this. Ooh, does he double back into Zard here, though? If he doubles back into Zard and I switch in... He's probably going to Parting Shot double back into Zard. I feel like that's his play. What do I want out, then? I want Snacker out. Because even if he Parting Shots at -1, Snacker is still going to be able to Earthquake. Or Outrage. Because he doesn't have Whimsicott, so I don't have to worry about clicking Outrage. U-turn? Oh, that's even better than Parting Shot. I'll take that. I will take the U-turn. Rough Skin in case he's got the Sash, which is great. He can't go Zard here. He cannot go Zard. He knows he can't go Zard. Because I'm outspeeding him, even if I'm not Scarf, which I am Scarf. So, he knows he can't go Zard. He could go Lucario if he's got, Focus Sash Lucario and he wants to get rid of Chomp. He could go Scarm, thinking that it walls me. He doesn't know that I'm Fire Blast, so he could go Scarm. I kind of want to get Rocks up. Zard is a huge problem. Fetus. What does this have? Hidden Power Ice. He's definitely the Calm Mindset. He may be trying to bait out... Hidden Power Ice cannot kill me. It does 148 max. And then I just need to preserve this. So... He may be just trying to bait out my Muck. So I'm gonna Stealth Rock, predicting him to be baiting here. He didn't switch, so I'm wrong. Hidden Power Ice, Moonlight. Okay, so he's gonna heal, but I get Rocks up, so I'm happy with that. I am happy with that. He's probably gonna expect Muck here. What does he bring in if he thinks I'm bringing in Muck? He could bring in Zard against Muck, but then Muck is just going to knock off the Zard. And I believe that Muck's knockoff is enough to break a sub if he puts one up. Muckalola, my custom set. Sorry about all the calcs, guys. It's important. Charizard. Bulky. Charizard. Is my knockoff enough? No, it isn't. But Poison Jab is. Poison Jab is enough to break a sub. So, probably be Poison Jabbing. If we go Muck. We could also sack off Jamvad here. If he's attacking. But I don't think he is. I think he's switching. I think he's probably switching. I might actually... Yeah, I'm going to go Muck. I'm going to go Muck. I think Muck is my best play. I can Poison Jab to break subs on Zard, and that's good. Hey, he went for Psychic. That is really good. Okay. Even though I'm predicting him to switch, I'm going to knock here just because I want to be able to do damage to Zard on the switch in. And he's staying in. Okay. Gonna get him with the knock. That's fine. Baton Pass. Interesting. Pivoting with Baton Pass is good. It avoids the pursuit damage, obviously, because he's slower. He can go Zard here. He can go Scarm here if he's got Defog. That'd be good play. Get rid of the rocks. He's gonna go Zard, though. Right, so he may go for... He may go for the sub here. So I'm going to Poison Jab. I don't want him to get a sub up free. Poison Jab has a strong probability of breaking a sub. It does 24.1 minimum. So, sub is 25. So I would really, really be upset if Poison Jab did not break his sub. That would very much upset me. But I could play around it. I could play around it because I don't think he can Oko me. If he gets a D-Dance up, it's a problem. But I don't think he can Oko me from behind a sub. There's the sub. He may roost, obviously, if I don't break this. I need to break this sub. And I didn't! I rolled absolute min there on that sub, and I did not break the sub. Okay, so we are going to go Jamvad. This is really bad. Not breaking that sub is game losing. It's game losing. We're going to go Poison Jab again. And that could lose me this game. That is crazy. Unless he's got an insane amount of defense investment. I'm looking forward to watching his team builder now. And there's the D dance. Oh, this is bad news. This is bad news. And he can get another sub up as well. He does have enough in him for another sub. He must fear the Shadow Sneak, though. What do I sack here? I think I have to sack Jamvad. I think I have to sack Jamvad. Not breaking that sub is absolutely heartbreaking. I really thought I would. 24.1 minimum. 24.1 minimum. Let me double check. 24.2, sorry, because it's level 50. And there's the next sub. He is going to D-dance again, maybe. Go for the full sweep. But he's got a fear priority. Oh, he's super slow, though. Okay, that's really good. Because even if he D-dances again now... oh, no, Mutt can't take a hit. There's a Roost. It's fine, though, because I outspeed and Psychic will KO him here. So... super, super slow. That the fact that I still outspeed after one. Wish that I had Thunderwave on this Alakazam, and I hadn't run the counter set. I came so close to just running standard Thunderwave Alakazam, and I didn't. And right now, that would be so nice. It'd be so nice. But I do not think he expected me to outspeed there. And that Roost was a decent play. If I'd stayed in, it definitely was a great play. But probably a little bit safe in my eyes. I think another Dragon Dance, he'd have swept my team. But he doesn't know that I don't have Shadow Sneak on Muck, I guess. And he probably knows as well as I do that I've got a good chance of breaking that sub with a Poison Jab. He's probably done the calcs himself. Yeah, that's very, very interesting. Very, very interesting. I'm happy that I outspeed, obviously. He has to go Persian here, really. I don't see how he has any other play. I obviously could not risk... yeah, see? I could not risk going Signal Beam here, predicting Persian. I think it was just too risky. He's going to take damage from Stealth Rocks. If he switches into Dragon again, he's going to take damage from Stealth Rocks. He's going to U-turn here. It's his best play. It gets a kill. I could go Snacker again. Snacker forces him into Mashana. This is a really interesting battle. I'm really enjoying myself. Snacker forces him into Mashana, right? So, if he U-turns into Snacker, Snacker forces him into Mashana. I can then... I've got my rocks up already. I can then just start clicking Outrage. I don't like Ivan Ooze right now because it's just... It makes Charizard very free. I'm going to go Volt or Water. If he U-turns, I can always just Scald into the Charizard slot because I'm pretty sure, even though I'm min investment, that will break a sub, right? Hidden Power. Is this HP Ice? Oh, it is! It's HP Ice! So glad I didn't go Garchomp there. Oh my lord. Yeah, we're gonna go for a nice slow Volt Switch here. Nice slow Volt Switch is a really solid play for me right now. That is a good turn. Oh my lord. Okay, we know about the HP Ice now. We know that we can't fuck around. We don't fuck around with them fuck arounds. We cannot mess with this Persian anymore. I believe that HP Ice would easily knock out my Garchomp because I have no bulk investment. And that is incredibly scary. That is 10 out of 10 would scare again. Not too happy. But this is a good answer. Like, Alakazam's still alive, which is a good answer to Skarm, although it is on 1 HP. This is a great answer to Skarm. It can just Scald, Volt Switch. And I think he's got to know that I'm Volt Switching this turn. And he's got to know that that's going to give him some difficult choices. I believe Musharna gets levitate, right? That is its ability. Right? Musharna? Let's have a double check, because otherwise I can just click Earthquake here. Telepathy, Forewarn, and Synchronize. It does not get levitate. So I can go into Garchomp here and click Earthquake. But if he goes Scarm... I can go into Paper Lad here and click Sacred Sword. Because I don't think he can kill this. Right? Am I wrong? Persian, Alola? I might have screwed up here. This Kartana switch maybe should have calced this before I switched it in. Definitely should have. Persian, Alola. Parting shot set. 50. Snarl, Dark Pulse. What does Dark Pulse do? Dark Pulse will kill me if he's max attack. If he's max attack, Dark Pulse kills me. Oh well. Is he max attack? Let's find out. Oh, he switched. Okay. Into Burb, Skarmory. It's going to take rocks damage. It's going to take a big Sacred Sword. And it's going to take 0 from that big Sacred Sword. That is terrifying how little damage that took. Kind of want to go back into Volatile Water, but he may set up hazards. I don't really want hazards up because Jamvad is not Magic Guard because I couldn't get... I know that Magic Guard counter is legal, but I couldn't get it working. And then I had an illegal Lantern as well, and I was like, oh my god, I've got 2 illegal Mons. I'll just make it, and now I'm regretting that because I was like, oh, he'll never get hazards up. I've got Boing. Is he going to double into Zard here? He may double into Zard. I might just go Snacker. I think I might just go Snacker. Please don't hazard. Please don't set up hazards. Like, you can defog. I don't care about defog. Ironhead. That did a chunk. Right, Fire Blast will knock this out here. And he's seen rocks, so I don't think he's going to go Zard. Obviously, Fire Blast lets him set up, but he's seen rocks, so he's not going to assume Scarf, I don't think. Like, who assumes Scarf when they see rocks, right? So, I'm going to go Fire Blast here. If he switches, he switches. That's fine. Got lots of answers. I basically just can't go into my Boing until Zard is dead. Because that Zard was crazy bulky. Crazy bulky subs. But I don't think he's going to expect Scarf here. So even if I do knock out his Scarm, he's probably going to end up switching Musharna in? Maybe? No. Well, Persian. And we connect! Just needed that to hit. Just needed... Wow! The 1 HP live! Oh! The odds of him living that were not high. I want to make that very clear. What does he switch in on this Fire Blast? I have to go Volatile Water, but the odds of him living that were not good. That was not good. He was on like 51%. Let's have a look at Charizard, my custom set, because he is definitely full physical bulk from the Charizard. What am I talking about? Garchomp. I should have put a little bit more special attack in. Yeah, that Fire Blast does like... That was 52 to 62 that's meant to do. Oh, this is a good turn. I'm happy. That's a good turn. Jellicent coming in on the Volatile Water there is a good turn. Ooh, what does he switch in? He knows I'm going to Volt Switch. What does he bring in on this Volt Switch? I don't know. I don't care. I actually don't know and I don't care. I'm Volt Switching. It's my best play. A Scald predicting Charizard could be lit. But Charizard is being weakened by these rocks and I'm happy to leave it that way. Scald on Lucario if I got a burn would be nice. He's going to stay in. That did 0 though. Jesus. Very bulky. Do I want to bring in Ivan Ooze? I think I want to bring in Ivan Ooze and just go for the knock. As long as he doesn't burn me with a Scald. Or a Will-O-Wisp. Or he misses! Gonna be happy about that. Gonna be happy about that. I've been very, very unlucky in my league battles. Very unlucky. And a miss there is very nice for me. Because it would have crippled my fucking Ivan Ooze. So Ivan Ooze's speed is 137. The Lantern speed is 170. So I'm not gonna outspeed him most likely. He's gonna Will-O-Wisp again. I could go Boing. Magic Bounce the Will-O-Wisp, then U-turn. Just as long as he doesn't go Zard. As long as he doesn't switch Zard in here. But who switches Zard in here? Don't predict me, don't predict me, don't predict me. Okay. That was nice. That was very nice that he missed. Very, very pleased with that. Not going to pretend that I didn't get lucky. It could have crippled my Ivan Ooze, and my Ivan Ooze is a good answer to his Mashana. It's a good answer to this Jellyfish. It's just a good answer all round. I am going to U-turn here. I am going to U-turn. I'm probably faster. So he may Will-O-Wisp again, and that would suck. He is going to stay in. Right, what do I U-turn into? Wish I could U-turn into Alakazam. But... I'm going to go back into Volta Water. I can't take a Will-O-Wisp on anything. Ice Beam. Ah, nice resisted Ice Beam. That's good. Okay, so we're whittling this Jellicent down. That's good. It may have Recover. This guy seems to really like his bulk. He's got the bulky Mashana, the bulky Skarmory, the bulky Jellicent, the bulky Charizard. Very, very bulky opposing team. But we could do well here. We could do well with just Volt turning on this thing until he decides to either switch it out or let it die. If he leaves in against... I can just set up Calm Minds, and I don't know how many Calm Minds I need for stored power to kill that Zard is the only thing. I am going to go back into Boing, because I don't want anything getting burned. I really don't. So going back into Boing is just a solid play. Yeah, and he's going to recover. So he's probably going to want Ice Beam here. I'm just going to see... Xatu, how many Calm Minds I need up before I kill that Charizard. He's going to be on 26%. Stored power at +2/+2. 16 to 19, not enough. +3/+3. 28 to 33. So I need 3 Calm Minds off. So I think I might just Calm Mind... then U-turn. Because he's going to see the Calm Mind. He's going to be like, okay, I can go into Zard. Yeah, I think he's going to go Zard here. It's a risk. Because if I Calm Mind here and he stays in, I win. I just sweep his team. There's nothing he can do to get through this. But I cannot take that risk because he is a good player. He is 3-0 and he has been making solid plays all day. So I cannot take that risk. I cannot take that risk. So I am going to U-turn here. And he stayed in! Oh, I could have won the game right there. That would have been beautiful. It would have been a beautiful, beautiful way to win the game right there. Because I could get my 3rd Calm Mind up and after that, he cannot sub against me with Zard. But that is fine. It was a risky play by my opponent. Very, very risky play. But you've got to respect it. You've got to respect it. You've got to respect the cojones, the nuts on that. I cannot fault him. I cannot fault him for just the sheer testicles that he had there. Because those were some balls. Like, real talk, that is a ballsy, ballsy play. He can Will-O-Wisp again here. He can Ice Beam again here. Lots of good plays for my opponent to make. Yeah, he could Ice Beam predicting the Volt Switch. Because he's seen me Volt Switch all these times. But I think he's recovering. Do I live a Jellicent Ice Beam on Paper Lad? Kartana. Custom set. Jellicent. Bulky Jellicent. Ice Beam. Yeah, I live it. If he doesn't go Will-O-Wisp. Let's risk it. Let's risk it. He's seen me switch back and forth between Boing and Thing all this time. There's the Ice Beam. I do live this. So, I'm gonna get a nice Beastie Boost here. Because Persian can't live a Leaf Blade. Nothing can live a Leaf Blade. I'm Leaf Blading. I'm getting a Beastie Boost. Unless he goes into Lucario and he happens to be Scarf Lucario. That's the only way I don't get a boost here. Persian can't kill me now, though. It's a trade-off, but I needed this Jellicent. I need to get through these walls that he has. Skarmory, of course, could come in. And it doesn't. We may see Persian here, because it's the only thing he's got that outspeeds me. And I've got a Beastie Boost. So we've got a nice Beast Boost. He may think I'm Scarf. He may think I'm Scarf. And if he does, he goes Charizard and he regrets it. Doggo. That is going to be Scarfed. That is going to be Scarfed to all hell. There's no way, there is no way that that is not Scarfed if he brought it in here. And if I go Boing, then I get a free U-turn. I think I have to go Boing here. That is going to be Scarfed Close Combat. And Boing should eat that up. 4 times resisted. It should eat that up. I don't see how that's not Scarfed. He may be making the best bluff of that I've ever seen in my life. But there's no way you bring that in and it's not Scarfed. Vacuum Wave. That's the way you bring that in and it's not Scarfed. He's special. He's Life Orb. Lucario Showdown usage against Xatu. Special Life Orb. Level 50. Flash Cannon does 70 to 82% to me, which is crazy. Lucario is very strong. But I think I have to U-turn. Now that I know that he's not Scarfed, I can U-turn pretty safely into Chomper. Obviously, he doesn't want to bring Skarm back in on Chomper because it would put him in Fire Blast range. Once again, he has seen me Stealth Rock. He's not going to think I'm Scarfed. We're going heavy on the pivots in this game, and I really want to hand him his first loss. I really, really want to hand him his first loss. We are 30 minutes into this battle already. This is a crazy exciting video, and I'm sorry that it's so long. My opponent brought a very bulky team. I brought Wall Breakers, but not good enough Wall Breakers, clearly, to deal with this team. Terrifying, terrifying team. That Charizard is constantly in the back of my mind. That Charizard at any point, that Charizard could just sweep me. Iron Tail. I'm physically defensive, so that actually did less than a Flash Cannon would have, which is really good for me. Still did a shit ton, but there's plenty on his team that I can roost against. Skarmory I can roost against. Musharna I can roost against. Right, we are going to go into Snacker. I think Snacker's the play. He can Vacuum Wave. It'll do damage. It won't kill me. I can Earthquake. It will kill him. If he goes Skarmory, that's fine. I can go back into Boing. Although he may predict that. Go into Zard, and then I could be in trouble. Zard is the big issue here. And he could have swept me. If he'd gone for a second DD the turn that he went for Roost, he genuinely could have swept me. Which is really scary. It's a really scary prospect, that just that one move. But then again, if I'd gone for Calm Mind instead of U-turn that turn with Jellicent versus Boing, I could have swept him because I'd have been +2. Then even if he switched, I get to +3. And then I just sweep his whole team with stored power. Just his entire fucking soul gets snatched up. Yeah, he's going to withdraw into Skarm. Burb, yeah, he went into Skarm. If I'd gone Fire Blast, I couldn't risk it though. I could not risk the miss. And now I'm revealing the Scarf by switching. Because he's... He's not going to roost, but I'm revealing the scarf by switching here, which is sad. I didn't want to reveal the scarf. Did not want to reveal the scarf. I'm not guaranteeing it, though, to him. I'm just making him suspect it. This means he suspects the scarf here, at this switch. Obviously, I have an option of timer stalling now, because I'm a mon up, and I can easily stay a mon up and win 6-5, but that's not my style. I can take the full 90 seconds per turn, though, and that would be an easy win here. There's no way, like, with the bulk he's got, there's no way he'd sweep me quick enough, because I just play safe against Zard. I go into my pivots, I play safe against Zard, and I can 6-5 him with timer. But that's not my style. It's not how I like to win. So I think I'd rather lose than win like that, especially when he's undefeated. I don't want to be that guy. Just keeping it in my head as an option just in case. There's the Iron Head. This is going to do very little. Yeah, it's really doesn't do much. And he is going to have to switch out here. The question is, what does he switch into? Persian is whittled. Mushana can't really stay in against this. He could go into Zard, but that's stupid risky. Do I just Scald here? How much does Scald do to Zard? That's what I need to know. I need to know. I almost checked it earlier, and then I didn't. Lantern Custom Set, and then Charizard Mega X. Bulky. Level 50. Scald does 21 to 25, so I can Scald safely. Because even if he switches in Zard, I just want this burn now. Cancel out these leftovers. He may decide to set up hazards now. I think he's going to feel safe putting up a hazard now. After I Scalded. Is he? Is he going to feel safe putting up a hazard? I think he's going to feel safe putting up a hazard. And I think he really wants a hazard because I'm switching around so much. So I'm going to go into Boink here. And then I'm going to get a Roost off. Which is super risky. Because obviously Zard is a huge switch-in threat on Boink. I hope he goes for a Spike though. A Spike would be beautiful right now. If he goes for a Spike and I bounce it back at him. Zard can't sub when it comes in. And that basically stops him from ever sweeping me with Zard. Yes! Okay. I would have preferred a Spike. I would definitely have preferred a Spike. It would have been much nicer to have a Spike there. Now, needs +3 to be able to beat Zard. Zard comes in pretty free against it. I think I have to U-turn, but he may predict that. I'm going to Calm Mind and regret it when he switches in Zard here. I can't let him get up a rock, though, and this Skarmory walls me so hard. He did stay in. Did he go for another rock, predicting me to switch? He went for the Iron Head. That's going to do a lot. Right, he might go for another Iron Head here to knock me out. I haven't revealed Roost yet. He might be sitting here thinking, what can he do to me? I'll go for another... Oh, no, he's gone into Zard. He's definitely gone into Zard. Nope, Cat. Okay. Persian versus this Xatu. And I'm at +1 Spadef. Dark Pulse. Max special attack. Dark Pulse does 50 to 60.4. So I beat him with Calm Mind here. Bite. That does more. That does more than expected. Obviously Xatu can't sweep because... But I think he's seen that he can't really do much with Bite. I think I'm going to Roost. He's going to Bite again. Ooh, the crit! The flinch! Oh, that flinch is upsetting. That flinch is upsetting. I'm not going to get my Roost off. I am going to have to hard switch here. Into Ivan Ooze. Which is really, really, really upsetting. The flinch. The flinch. Knock will knock it out here. Knockoff should knock it out here. And it's safer on a Charizard switch-in. So I'm going to go for the knockoff. And even if he goes into a justified Lucario and gets the boost, he loses his Life Orb. So it's barely any stronger. And he is going to go Burb, so I am going to be able to knock off Skarmory's leftovers here, which is great. Slowly whittle away at this team. That was a good amount of damage. I'm happy with that. He may go for a rock here. I'm gonna go Boing, because if he goes for a rock, he's gonna kill Boing on the switch in. If he doesn't go for a rock, Boing can Roost. No, he goes for an Iron Head. He is gonna finally knock out Boing. I'm gonna go Zam here. Even though a Flame Fire Blast could knock him out, Jamvad is just safer. He's gotta fear what Jamvad can do to him. Obviously, it does outspeed his Zard at +1, so that's why I'm about putting it in. But I like a Charge Beam here. Puts it well in Fire Blast range. Puts it well in a lot of attacks range. So I'm just going to fire off Charge Beam. He could go into his Lucario here. That could suck. But I like a Charge Beam here. I do like a Charge Beam, as long as I don't miss. This is such an intense game, and obviously I don't have the Pokemon lead anymore, so he may choose to Timer Storm me now, which would suck. He is going to stay in and take the Charge Beam. It isn't going to KO! Oh, but it does put him well in range of Kartana. And he's gone for Stealth Rocks, so it's going to put him in range of another Charge Beam, which is great. Zam cannot switch out now. Zam cannot switch out. I'm going to go for Psychic, just because if he goes Lucario. No, he's not. He's going to sack off Skarm. Okay, so we've got Skarm. And Zam is now stuck in, so he's probably going to go Lucario, go for the Vacuum Wave. But that's fine, because then Garchomp comes in, and I believe just spams Earthquake for the win. I don't see how I lose. Earthquake should knock out everything at this range. Yeah. I'm not going to take 2 Vacuum Waves when I don't have to. I'll let him get the KO here. I'll let him pick up the KO on Jamvad. And then I'm going to spam Earthquake with Skarm gone. Earthquake is a safe play against every single one of his mons. So, unless he nasty plots here, which could be... No, he'll get knocked out. He'd get knocked out. I'm a +1 Alakazam. E-Speed. Okay, now, there is nothing that he has that can knock out Chomp here. Right? Chomp literally lives everything. Even after Stealth Rocks. E-Speed, anything. Any priority. It outspeeds his whole team. It lives everything, and it can spam Earthquake. I don't see why I would not spam Earthquake here. Zard is already Mega. I've got Stealth Rocks up. Persian is gone. Basically gone. Oh, it is gone. Actually, no, it switched out, and the knock was taken by Skarm. So Persian is in range. Lucario's in range. Musharna should be in range. I don't know. That could be a problem. I might want to switch out against Musharna and just preserve. Earthquake does 30 to 36 to a Musharna. Maybe a little bit more because we're level 50. He's switching in Persian to sack. That's fine. So this will knock out. Scarf Earthquake knocks out Zard. Scarf Earthquake knocks out Lucario. Musharna is the question. It does 31 to 30. No, it's not going to knock it out. So I think I have to preserve here and go Muck. And if he predicts that... No, I'm going to go Lantern because Lantern can Scald into Thingy and one Volt Switch will put this in range. So Lantern is the better play because if he doesn't switch Musharna here and goes for an attack, that's great. If he does switch into Zard... No, he goes for Psychic. It's going to do very little. And now one Volt Switch puts him well within range of a Garchomp attack. So if I Volt Switch and he doesn't switch, then I go into Kartana. If I Volt Switch and he does switch, then... Yeah, there we go. Now he's in an Earthquake range. We're going to go for the super, super, super safe victory and go into Kartana here. Because Muck isn't safe, because if he goes Charizard and predicts me and everything, I'm just going to sack off Kartana here to a Psychic. Then I go Charizard, and then I just spam Earthquake, unless he's gone for Recover here, which is fine. Moonlight, there we go. Custom Kartana against Musharna, level 50. Leaf Blade does 37 to 42. Smart Strike Z move does 55 to 65. We are going to unleash the Smart Strike Z Corkscrew Crash, because otherwise he can heal more than I can do. He might preserve this? No. So this is going to put him back in range of that Earthquake, which is the important part. 55 to 65. He'll be back in Earthquake range. As soon as he's back in Earthquake range, we just EQ sweep. So I hope he kills me here with Psychic. I actually hope he kills me here with Psychic. Well within Earthquake range. And there's the Psychic. And that is going to not... I don't see how I don't secure the game now. I do not see how I don't lock up this game with Garchomp Earthquakes now. I do 30% minimum. He's easily down to like 25. Even after leftovers, I don't think I can fail to kill. And he doesn't have leftovers because I knocked them off, of course. And I think Earthquake sweeps here for a nice 3-0. We could probably have preserved a little bit more, gone into Muck, played around a bit with Musharna, but it didn't seem safe with that Charizard in the back, and Muck was so free for Charizard because I just was not breaking that sub. I think he does have more defense investment than I expected physically, and yeah, so that was a problem. But I think that we tied this up against the undefeated player in this league, Under the Radar YouTube. Incredible game. Really intense game. Very stressful from my point of view. I definitely thought I'd lost when that sub came up from Zard. Oh my lord. But we managed to play around. We managed to get in a position. If he crits here, does he kill me? Lucario. Life Orb. Modest. Vacuum Wave. To my Garchomp. I'd really be sad if he did kill me here, and I've just basically given my win speech, and then he kills me with Vacuum Wave. No, it does 38%. If he crits me, he kills me. That would... I will quit Pokemon. E-Speed, this won't kill. No. So, crit there would have killed as well, actually. We are going to hit him with the Earthquake here. And then that is going to be game, because Charizard obviously no priority on that Mon. And a nice 3-0. I don't think he ever found out that I was Scarfed. I don't think he ever needed to know that I was Scarfed. There was no point where my Scarf actually helped me. But it made me feel safe against the Dragon Dancing. So, yeah. Whew, intense game. But I'm definitely, gotta say, I'm happier with my draft in the NPA than I am in the GBA. I think my GBA draft... I was very new to drafting. I had no idea what I was doing, and I drafted some terrible choices. The fact that a Alolan Marowak was my second choice in a free draft was a mistake. I'm regretting my GBA draft a great deal, but I'm not regretting my NPA draft. I think I've drafted a really fast, aggressive team, which fits my play style. My GBA team might be better in the hands of someone like MV, but in my hands, it's not aggressive enough. It's too much. I don't know. I'm gonna trade and I'm gonna do some free agency though, and we're gonna see if we can't fix up the GBA team. But that was Under the Radar YouTube with a very, very, very close game where he was one Dragon Dance from victory, and then I was one Calm Mind from victory, and I think we both psyched ourselves out. Great game to Under the Radar, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. Your Free State Torterrapins are now 2-1 in the NPA, so we're coming back. Power to the Free State Torterrapins, and I'll see you guys next time.